Welcome to another episode of StewTube, everyone. Today is a little different than normal as I will be mainly talking about an altcoin I've mentioned in several of my previous videos and streams, but I wanted to push out a very short video why I think Trio could be set for some fairly large moves here coming up. It's actually played out very well since I was talking about it in this channel. I did have a video, where is it? This altcoin set to moon. I definitely mentioned it in this video almost a month ago, but I know I was talking about it before that for a few reasons. But anyways, that particular video we were trading right about here, and I was talking about just holding this beautiful buy trend, and if nothing else, you know what, I'm just gonna play a clip from it right now real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it looks prime for it. I mean, if nothing else, even if, if I knew nothing about this project and just going by this signal here and going by this wick here, I mean, even to fill that wick, even if we aren't going to see all-time highs or anything, filling that wick is over 100% from here. But I personally, it's not like I think that's where we're going to top, especially with how the market conditions currently are. I mean, altcoins, in my opinion, are just getting started.
So as mentioned in the video, basically we held this beautiful buy trend on the daily chart with the MDX Trendmaster indicator, and we are just working our way up towards filling this big wick back here. So that prediction playing out absolutely beautifully so far. And that's the daily chart, you guys. So that's a very nice breakout we're having. And yes, although we are just filling this big ugly wick back here, we are just kind of staircasing, building support along the way. Also something to consider, you guys, is tomorrow Trio's marketplace goes live, as long as there's no hiccups or anything. I believe their exchange or their marketplace is supposed to launch tomorrow, so that's also a big deal. And yes, right now, you know what, the trading volume isn't the best or anything like that, but it's a low market cap coin, you guys. I mean, if I go to the market cap here, the market cap's it just hit $10 million today, so it's still very small. So there's huge growth potential as long as all goes as according to plan. You guys know I'm not really a fundamental guy. I am mostly just a charts guy, but just knowing I don't know a ton about this project, or I don't know much about ordinals. I don't follow that stuff all too closely, but I see the potential there, right? If it's something that's going to take off, they have their marketplace launching, good timing because altcoins are, performing very well recently and stuff like that. We have indicators lining up here, holding a beautiful trend. Hopping over to the 4-hour chart. This is actually something that I mentioned. This is where I was getting quite bullish on this chart. So it was actually even earlier than that video that I had played there. But it was when we got this Trendmaster indicator flipping to getting a higher sell signal followed by a higher buy signal on the 4-hour chart. That's a potential trend shift that I love to see, especially on altcoins on the 4-hour and daily chart. Absolutely love to see it. So I got very bullish on this chart right around there, and I think, it was around $1.70 or so. So I have been in this for a little while already, performing very well, but I really do think that it's going to go higher. I think that it's starting to gain a lot of traction. People, larger names starting to talk about it and stuff like that. And like I said, with their marketplace, that should hopefully drive up some hype, get a little better trade volume going and that sort of thing. That being said, guys, speaking of the trade volume, be cautious if you're planning to buy a bunch of, anytime you're looking at a low cap like this, especially when it has low trade volume, always be very careful. And in my opinion, I always use limit orders anyways. I don't market buy because I don't want to push the price on myself. And yeah, sometimes when the trade volume's low like that, you got to be careful. So just a little words of warning there. But aside from that, guys, this chart just keeps performing well. This thing's on an absolute moon mission, and I think there's a lot of, for such a low cap coin, there's a lot of hype coming into it, and I think in the next week or so we're going to see some fireworks. So just wanted to kind of bring that to your attention, do a little video. It's one that we've been talking about in the MDX Algo community quite a bit. And speaking of that, there's been quite a few. We've had some great calls, some nice early calls on some low cap projects or just new projects. Lingo is another one that has a lot of hype. MDX got his whole community into this in the pre-sale. Well, anyone who wanted to, he kind of showed us how, whatever. Gave us that connection, and been in a beautiful situation from there because the pre-sale was around 15 cents. So it is currently up, what is it, like 300% or something like that? Yeah, 306% currently. So performing absolutely beautifully. This is another one that we're quite a few of us in the group are watching. I actually just bought a little bit more because of this Stuber fib that I have pointed out here in my charts. Griffin or Griffin, I don't know how they pronounce this one, but basically this one, this is a 1 hour chart. This is a little higher market cap. This is something like a $280 million market cap, if I'm not mistaken. But again, guys, I'm not a fundamental guy, so sorry if I make any mistakes here. But if I'm not mistaken, this project is basically funded and or a new project based from a couple of the people who created Solana. And if history has taught us anything, it's that they know how to push a project, they know how to gain traction, they have great technology, they have products that people want. And to see it at such yes, $280 million market cap or whatever. Yes, that is much higher than something like Trio, but as far as big names and some big momentum behind it, I'm expecting good things out of this one as well. So yeah, like I said, I just bought a little more because we have this Stuber fib pullback. We have this higher low, the lowest point between the two. Boom, there's my purple pocket. Perfect place to be buying. And you know what? If we drop lower, I'm just going to buy more, honestly. Not financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions. Like I said, I am not a fundamental guy. I'm just trading charts for what they are. And if structure breaks, there's a chance I'll ditch some of these positions, reduce risk, whatever. But these are just a few of the coins that I've been accumulating and just have been performing well. And we've been talking about all of them in the MDX Algo community. So if that is something that interests you guys, if you want access to the MDX Algo VIP Discord community for some of these early signs and early investment opportunities and stuff like that, as well as my favorite indicators on TradingView. I do have a 10% discount link down below. So if that's something that interests you, check that out. But yeah, like I said, I think these are some altcoins that will perform quite well in this coming altcoin season. I truly think that most altcoins are just getting started. I think, Bitcoin's in a very healthy place, as we've seen today, and I see no reason why altcoins wouldn't take a nice run. So, and lots of them have been, right? But they're going to go in waves. So I personally think this one's going to go a little nuts in the next week. Obviously, anything can happen. I can be very wrong about that, but that's just one that I have a lot of hopes for coming up here in the near future. So what's another one? IQ, actually, this was a big one. So I had mentioned that we had this daily structure break in this. This is actually someone else in the community called this out, but I saw that structure break on the daily, and this thing went absolutely nuts. I had actually showed it when I was buying it on my Twitter, and ended up getting about a 8x out of it overnight. So absolutely beautiful. Give Rocket GPT a follow. He's the one who had called that one out. Beautiful catch on that one, buddy. And yeah, so those are some of the things you're missing in the group. But other than that, guys, yeah, I think Trio is set for some nice moves this week. We're going to have to see how that launch goes tomorrow. But yeah, that one's on my radar. I think it has potential to make some big gains. So anyways, legends, obviously not financial advice, because never invest more than you can afford to lose, because you never know what's going to happen in this risky environment. This is just an altcoin that I personally think will do well this cycle. As I mentioned, it's quite low volume. So if you're buying large amounts, I personally would not recommend using market orders, just because you can push the price on yourself on that kind of a thing. So don't want to accidentally do that and end up with less of the tokens if you do that. If you, like I said, if you're interested in joining the MDX Algo community, where these types of investments are put on the radar early and gain access to my favorite indicators on TradingView, there is a link down below which gives a 10% discount on checkout. I'm personally doing most of my trading on Blofin. It is a no KYC exchange. There should be a link down below for that as well, for those of you who need a new non-KYC exchange or just want to back up in general. I have actually maxed out the trading fees cashback, so you also get 20% of your trading fees back into your funding account when you use my link to join Blofin. So with that, I'm out. Stay safe, my friends. Peace.